against their deceit will call them out in front of their peers, and the atmosphere shifts dramatically. In these moments, it can be incredibly fulfilling to witness the truth being revealed and the manipulators being held accountable for their actions. Food bank guest not happy they have a 10 minutes wait. A lady that said she has been using my local food bank complained she had to wait 10 minutes for her turn to get food. When the volunteer told her there had been 3 new guests that morning and they were a few minutes. Rising demand at the local food bank causes frustration. A longtime client of the local food bank expressed discontent, stating that she had to endure a lengthy wait of 10 minutes to receive assistance. When the volunteer explained that 3 new guests had arrived that morning, causing a slight delay, the lady complained again, claiming that the increased wait times were unprecedented. The volunteer responded by sharing some statistics, pointing out that the food bank's services had expanded from supporting 609 families per month to nearly 900. This revelation seemed to fall on deaf ears, as the lady retorted, "That's not my problem. You said you would read our notes." I was in 9th grade when I ran into a substitute teacher who told the class that, "If I catch you passing notes, I will make sure to read them out loud to the rest of the class so everyone knows what's so important." I passed a note to my F. A memory from my school days. It was during my 9th grade year that I stumbled upon a peculiar experience with a substitute teacher. She addressed the class, warning us that if she caught anyone passing notes, she would deliberately read them aloud to the entire class, so everyone would be aware of what was deemed significant. In defiance of her warning, I continued to pass a note to a friend. Unfortunately, my attempt was unsuccessful as I was caught. Although I was initially nervous, the substitute teacher stopped reading what I had written halfway through. "I enjoy chicken. I also appreciate liver. Meow mix, please bring meow mix. I need it," followed by an excessive amount of meows. TLDR substitute teacher catches a student passing a note and reads it aloud to the class, but doesn't finish reading the humorous and nonsensical contents. Edit. This story is a humorous anecdote that showcases the creativity and playfulness of students during their school days. Update. No updates are available for this story. Staple. Your work. Wish I could post the photo but links are annoying. I am a graduate student, and as part of my duties in that role I am grading for a professor in my department. Last week I asked a student who never stapled his work to please do so next time. He turned. Bound by duty, I am unable to share the image. As a graduate student, I have taken on the responsibility of grading for a professor in my department. Recently, I reminded a student who consistently failed to secure his submissions to please attach his work with a staple from now on. Regrettably, he presented the same loose pages as before, albeit in a Staples branded folder. I must commend the student on that particular choice, a clever move indeed. My parents want me to buy a house for them with their name on the deed, as the title says. They're pressuring me to buy a house for them and are constantly telling me how good it is to buy a house because it would benefit all of us. Which I know it wouldn't be beneficial in WOU. My parents are insistent that I purchase a property in their name, with the deed bearing their names. Their persistent requests for me to buy a house have left me feeling overwhelmed, as they frequently tout the benefits of homeownership for our family. However, I've come to realize that having the deed in their name could ultimately limit my financial freedom and create unnecessary burdens for me in the future. I've made it clear that I have no intention of signing a deed transferring ownership to them. Currently, I'm content with my independence at my apartment, and the constant discussions about buying a house for them have become increasingly frustrating. I'm finding it difficult to convey my perspective to them, as they seem unwilling to understand my reservations and concerns about their proposal. You're not allowed to block me. I'm on the town board. So I recently found out from friends that in the little town I used to live in, a town council member is going all over social media complaining about private FB groups that won't allow her to join in personal pages. You think you're above the law, but you're not immune to social media backlash. In my hometown, I've heard that a member of the local town board has been posting on various social media platforms about being denied entry to private Facebook groups and blocked from personal pages. According to her, this is a blatant infringement of her freedom of speech because private groups won't include her and personal pages won't allow her to join. What an outrage! Who does she think she is? It's disturbing to think that such behavior is being exhibited by someone in a position of public service. The irony is that she's using social media to complain about being blocked, which is the very thing she's upset about. It's like she's crying wolf while simultaneously demonstrating her own disregard for others' boundaries. I'm glad to be out of that toxic environment, and I have a hard time believing that anyone with any sense of reason and respect for others' feelings would want to be associated with this kind of drama. Edit. No changes were made to this story. Update. No updates are available for this story. TLDR: a town council member is using social media to complain about being blocked from private groups and personal pages, claiming it's an infringement of her freedom of speech. House was supposedly foreclosed a year ago and I was never told. A couple showed up at my house saying they bought my house in an auction, with paperwork, and say I have a week to move out. Never saw them before. They took a look around then left. Called the county sheriff, bar. I was never notified when my home was allegedly foreclosed last year, but now I'm facing a crisis. A pair of strangers appeared at my doorstep, claiming they had purchased my property at an auction, and presented me with documentation. They insisted I vacate the premises within a week, and then promptly departed. Feeling perplexed, I phoned the Barron County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin, only to be informed that the proceedings were indeed lawful. However, I had never received any warning or notice that my home was being repossessed, and my credit history clearly indicates that my mortgage payments had been processed on time. Unfortunately, the bank is closed today, leaving me wondering if I should begin packing or if this is all some sort of miscommunication. Edit. The situation described by the user appears to be a common issue related to mortgage foreclosure and property auctions. In some cases, homeowners may not be notified of the foreclosure proceedings, especially if they have not fallen behind on their payments. Update. The user should immediately contact a lawyer specializing in real estate law to assess their situation and determine the best course of action. TLDR. Homeowner claims they were not notified of foreclosure, strangers appear with paperwork demanding they vacate the premises, and the homeowner is unsure I left a bag with medication at someone's house and the person blocked me. What should I do? Hi. So the other day, yesterday, I was at someone's house and I accidentally left my purse there with my medication in it, EpiPens due to allergies. I tried getting in contact with T. Medication left at a friend's house. Seeking resolution recently, I found myself in an unexpected situation. I was visiting someone's residence and, in my haste to leave, I forgot my purse containing essential medication, specifically EpiPens due to severe allergies. The medication is crucial for my well-being, and I'm extremely anxious about not having it. After realizing my mistake, I reached out to the host in an effort to retrieve both my purse and the vital medication. Unfortunately, they decided to block my contact attempts, leaving me feeling frustrated and concerned. A friend suggested I contact the non-emergency line for guidance, but I'm unsure about the best course of action to take. Has anyone else encountered a similar situation, and if so, what advice would they offer? TLDR. I left my purse with essential medication at someone's house, they blocked me, and I need help figuring out how to resolve the issue. My daughter just asked me if I have a mom. I just feel numb. She's 3.5. She's very intelligent, she understands things. I told her yes, but she lives so away we need to go on a plane to see her. She said, I want to go on a plane. I said, we don't have money.